Have you ever really thought about what it takes to become a citizen, say, in the United States?
Hmm.
It's more than just paperwork. There's actually a test.
That's right. A citizenship test.
And today we're doing a deep dive into that specific test because, well, some pretty high-level officials think it needs a serious rethink.
Indeed. And this dive looks at recent comments about the test, yes, but also broader immigration policy. We're drawing on insights from people like USCIS Director Joseph Edlow and others.
USCIS, that's US Citizenship and Immigration Services.
Correct. So we'll look at the criticisms of the test as it is now, what changes are being proposed, and importantly, how this all slots into a bigger picture for U.S. immigration, the economy.
Right.
It's really about understanding not just what they're saying, but sort of the why behind it, why it matters.
Okay, let's get into it. So our research shows Director Edlow has some pretty strong views on the current citizenship test. What's his main beef with it?
Well, his core argument, stated in an interview, is that it's just too easy. That's the phrase he used.
Too easy. How so?
He believes people can essentially pass just by, memorizing answers,
Oh.
like flashcards, not really understanding the material.
Oh, yeah.
He actually said the test, as it's laid out right now, it's not very difficult. It's very easy to kind of memorize the answers. And he added, I don't think we're really comporting with the spirit of the law.
The spirit of the law. Interesting phrase. So remind us, what does the test actually involve right now for someone listening who doesn't know?
Okay, so currently, people who want to become citizens, they get a list of 100 civics questions. History, government, that kind of thing.
Right, 100 questions to study.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then, during their naturalization interview, an officer asks them 10 questions from that list. Just 10.
They have to.
They need to get 6 out of those 10 correct.
Right.
6 out of 10.
Let me see.
And Edlow's point is, well, maybe that allows for just rote learning, memorize enough facts to pass, but maybe miss the deeper understanding of, say, American democracy or values.
So it raises that bigger question he touched on. What should a citizenship test really be measuring? Is it just facts or something more?
Precisely. Is it about knowing the date of the Constitution or understanding the principles behind it? It taps into that whole idea of the spirit of the law he mentioned.
Yeah, that makes sense because citizenship tests, historically, they've changed quite a bit, haven't they? What's the usual thinking behind them?
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Historically, they've done everything from checking basic literacy to confirming loyalty or understanding civic duties. It really varies.
Different countries do it differently.
Yeah, you look at the UK or Canada, sometimes they include more about cultural norms or values, not just government structure. So this spirit of the law idea, it seems to point towards wanting maybe a deeper engagement, more than just facts.
Like demonstrating you've actually thought about American ideals.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That citizenship is perhaps earned through a kind of intellectual connection, not just checking boxes.
Okay, so given that view, it sounds like changes are definitely being considered. What are they actually proposing? How would they make it harder?
Well, the plan seems to be to revamp it. Essentially, they want to go back to a version used in a previous term.
Go back. What did that version look like?
During that time, they increased the number of questions asked during the interview. So instead of getting asked 10 questions,
Right, needing 6, correct.
applicants were asked 20 questions,
Yeah.
and they needed to get 12 right to pass.
Wow. Okay, so double the questions, double the correct answers needed, still from the same 100 question pool.
As far as we know, yes, the study pool remained the same. But facing twice as many questions, well, it naturally makes it tougher. Less chance of just getting lucky, perhaps. It pushes for more thorough preparation.
Okay, it makes sense. But why is making it harder seen as a positive? What's the philosophy there?
It comes down to this idea Director Edlow mentioned, that granting citizenship should be a net positive for the country.
A net positive. What does that mean in this context?
He put it pretty clearly. He said, and if we're looking at the people that are coming over, that are especially coming over to advance certain economic agendas that we have and otherwise benefit the national interest, that's absolutely what we need to be taking care of.
Ah, so it connects the difficulty of the test to the kind of perceived value or benefit the new citizen brings, especially economically.
Exactly. It suggests a more, let's say, strategic view of immigration, linking the process of becoming a citizen to contributing in a tangible way to the national interest. It leans towards that merit-based idea you hear sometimes.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me, because talking about the citizenship test like this, it feels like just one piece of a much bigger puzzle, right? about immigration and the U.S. economy overall.
Absolutely. It doesn't exist in a vacuum.
So what else did Director Ed Lowe talk about that fits into this bigger picture?
Well, he also talked quite a bit about H-1B visas, the visas often used in the tech sector.
Right, the temporary work visas for specialized jobs.
Exactly. And he used a very specific phrase. He stressed that H-1B visas, and really immigration generally, should supplement, not supplant, U.S. economy and U.S. businesses and U.S. workers.
Supplement, not supplant. That sounds like a key phrase.
It really is. It seems to be a core principle guiding their thinking on immigration policy.
Can you break that down a bit? Supplement, not supplant. What does that mean in practice, especially, say, for tech companies using H-1Bs?
Well, the idea is that foreign workers should fill jobs where there are genuine shortages of American workers, or bring in highly specialized skills that aren't easily found domestically,
So they add to the workforce.
rather than replace American workers who can do the job. That's the ideal, according to this philosophy.
But there's debate about whether that's always how it works.
Oh, definitely. It's a long-standing debate. Supporters say H-1Bs are vital for innovation, keeping the U.S. competitive, especially in fields like AI, where talent is scarce. But critics, including people in the administration, worry that sometimes companies might use it to, well, maybe lower labor costs or displace Americans.
And this message, this supplement, not supplant idea, it seems President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance have been echoing this pretty strongly towards Silicon Valley.
Very strongly, yes. Both have sent quite direct messages to the tech industry.
What did President Trump say?
He criticized what he called the globalist mindset in tech. He argued this leads to jobs going overseas, to places like China and India. Profits may be parked in Ireland.
Right.
While in his view, these companies are dismissing and even censoring their fellow citizens right here at home. He really emphasized that winning the AI race requires a new spirit of patriotism and national loyalty in Silicon Valley.
A call for more national focus from tech. And Vice President Vance, he wasn't holding back either, was he? Especially on the idea that companies can't find workers here.
Not holding back at all. Vance was incredibly blunt. He said he doesn't buy the bull story, his words, that companies can't find workers in America. Yeah. He said, that displacement and that math worries me a bit. And he added that the president wants the best and brightest, wants them building companies here. But, he said, I don't want companies to fire 9,000 American workers and then to go and say, we can't find workers here in America.
Right.
That's a bull story.
So a very strong message there. Protect American jobs first, even while wanting top talent. It highlights this real tension.
A huge tension between industry saying they need global talent and the administration pushing back, concerned about displacement.
Okay, so let's try and pull this together for you, our listener. We've looked at these proposed changes to the US Citizenship Test, making it potentially harder, moving away from what some see as, too easy.
Right, and at the heart of it all, whether we're talking the test or H-1B visas, is this consistent theme, making sure immigration is a net positive for the U.S.
That key phrase again.
And specifically, that it functions to supplement, not supplant, American workers and businesses. It's about aligning immigration with national economic interests and, as we heard, even a call for patriotism in key sectors like tech.
This whole deep dive really shows how something like a citizenship test isn't just a formality. It's deeply tied into how a country sees itself, its economy, its workforce, and its future. It's all about making sure the system reflects that spirit of the law and current national priorities.
So just to recap, as discussed, the main subject today was these potential changes to the U.S. Citizenship Test. We looked at Director Ed Lowe's critique of the current system being too easy and how the proposed changes align with broader administration policies.
Including those related to H-1B visas and the messages sent to the tech industry.
Exactly. All really centering on that principle of ensuring immigration acts as a net positive for the American economy and its workers, making sure it supplements rather than supplants.
All the best, and we will meet again with another important matter again.